Hello guys and welcome to our reading lesson. Today we're going to read for comprehension. That means I will check how well you understand what you read, okay? So you will have a quiz at the end of this video. So be prepared to answer some questions and of course pay attention to what you read. Today I also want to implement a new strategy, new method. I will give you some time to read the story yourself, but you need to read this story out loud, not just in your head, but pronounce the words. Of course, if you are somewhere in public and it's not comfortable for you to speak the words, to say them out loud, then you can, pause this video and watch it at home somewhere, or you may just read in your head, usual way. But I recommend you reading out loud so that you can later check the pronunciation of words and kind of compare the way you read the text and the way I read it to you, okay? I just wanted to remind you that I prepared a free PDF file for you where you can find best tools for English learners. Those tools will make your learning process more interesting and more effective. So check it out. The link is in the description. And we can start reading. Today, as you can see, we are going to read a story about Yellowstone National Park. That is a beautiful, beautiful place. It's my dream to visit this place one day. I have no idea why exactly Yellowstone. Well, probably because it's a very famous park in the United States. And probably because I read a lot about this place in the books when I was a kid. So, that's why it's one of my dreams. This story is not very long. It's a short story, but it's B1 level. So that's the level we are going to use today for reading. And we can start. So as we agreed, I'm giving you some time to read this paragraph first. Try to read this out loud, pronounce the words, say them out loud, and then I'll read this text to you. Okay, I hope you paused the video and read this text already. Now let's read it together. Yellowstone National Park, located in Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming, was established as the first national park in the United States. The park is a popular destination for visitors who enjoy ecological tourism, as it offers forests, mountains, and abundant ecosystems to explore. Some of Yellowstone's most well-known landmarks are its geothermal hot springs and geysers, the most famous of which is named Old Faithful. Alright guys, let's pay attention to some of the collocations here. So, first of all, 3 states: Idaho, Montana, and Wyoming. So these are states of the United States. Why it's highlighted? Well, because many of you mispronounce this or maybe kind of not sure how to pronounce this correctly. A good collocation here, a popular destination. That's like a place where visitors go to. Abundant ecosystems right here. That means very rich and diverse ecosystems. Well-known landmarks. What are the landmarks? Do you know, guys? Well-known landmarks. So landmarks are all kinds of places that tourists can visit and want to visit, like, castles, all kinds of waterfalls, rivers, anything that is interesting to the tourists. Well-known, everybody knows them, right? Well-known landmarks. Geothermal, I kind of highlighted this just to remind you the pronunciation of this word, geothermal. And geysers, again, just for pronunciation. So you know what the geysers are, right? These are the places where you can see boiling hot water, erupting into the air. Now, I want you to pause this video and read the second paragraph. Let's go. Okay, hope you're done. Now let me read it to you. Last fall, Lisa and her friends decided to take a camping trip to Yellowstone National Park. They arranged to stay at one of the park's many convenient campsites. For their camping trip, they brought their backpacks, sleeping bags, and a cooler of food and drinks. They pitched their tents immediately upon arriving to their campsite. A few things to explain here. Well, camping trip, that's a trip when you basically travel with tents. Campsite, or here it's in plural, campsites, those are the places, like organized, convenient places where you can put up your tent and you can stay there and you have some facilities on site. Then a cooler. What is a cooler? So they brought a cooler of food and drinks. I guess it's just some kind of little mobile and portable fridge. So the food and drinks can stay cool, stay cold in that box or device. They pitched their tents. That's interesting. Pitch a tent. It means to put up your tent, to make it ready to live in. Pitch their tents. Immediately means without any delay. Immediately. Next paragraph. You read first, so pause this video and read this paragraph out loud. Okay. During their trip, Lisa and her friends hiked the many trails of the park, exploring its natural surroundings. In the forest, they saw a lot of local wildlife. Lisa was surprised to see a family of grizzly bears, some gray wolves, and even bald eagles flying overhead. Outside of the woods, they admired the beauty of some of Yellowstone's natural cascades. Well, here I would explain a few things. Lisa and her friends hiked the many trails. Hiking means walking, yeah, through the nature. Wildlife, like wild nature, means, in this case, animals, yeah, wild animals, wildlife. Flying overhead, so the birds, in this case, bald eagles, were flying over their heads, above their heads. And then natural cascades, some type of cliffs and rocks, natural cascades. Next paragraph. You read first, and then I'll read it to you. Okay. I hope you're done. Don't skip this. Don't cheat. Read this paragraph out loud. Now I'll read it to you. Since Yellowstone contains many hot springs and the world's largest area of active geysers, Lisa and her friends visited many different geyser sites. They even spent an afternoon swimming in Yellowstone's boiling river. Of all the sites, Lisa and her friends agreed that Old Faithful was the most impressive. Lisa and her friends waited patiently for the geyser to erupt. So here, contains, Yellowstone contains, means Yellowstone has many hot springs. Again, these are places when you can swim and you can enjoy some hot water, naturally hot, warmed by the planet itself, basically. Boiling river. Well, here, of course, it's not a literal meaning because they couldn't be swimming in boiling river. When the water is boiling, it gets to 100 degrees, right? So that is definitely maybe some kind of phenomena when the river has some bubbles, like in jacuzzi or something. The most impressive. It's the one that impressed them the most. They were excited to see something like that, yeah? It was the most exciting. Waited patiently. Lisa and her friends waited patiently. It's a good collocation. To wait patiently means to not hurry, not to complain that you're waiting, but even though it may take long time, you will wait patiently. And then to erupt, that's a good verb, to erupt. And the process is eruption, so geysers, volcanoes. When they erupt, they spit, they throw water or lava into the air, to erupt. And the last little paragraph here, don't forget to pause this video and read it out loud, okay? Alright, now it's my turn. After about 40 minutes, a stream of boiling water over 100 feet tall sprayed from the ground and up into the air. Fortunately, no one got wet. A few things to explain. Boiling water, that's basically the water that is actually boiling 100 degrees and higher, boiling water. And the word fortunately, we use fortunately and unfortunately when we want to explain good things that happened to us, fortunately, and unfortunately some bad things that happened to us or to someone else. Good job, guys. We did it. We read the story. It's the end of the story. And I hope it was interesting. And now you want to visit Yellowstone Park as well. Now it's a quiz time. So did you understand the text? Let's check. And here's the first question. So pause this video and answer the question, okay? All right. So what's the correct answer? Are you ready? Of course, it's A. It is the country's first national park. Next question. Pause this video, read the question and answer, and give your... Pause this video, read the question and give your answer. So, the answer is C. Last autumn. Next question. What's the answer here? D. At a campground. Or if you remember, we use the word campsite. Next question. So, what's the answer? And that is, of course, B. Wild horses. They saw all other animals except wild horses. All right, and the last question. So why were they waiting? The answer is D. The geyser took about 40 minutes to erupt. Good job! Give a like to this video and subscribe. Actually, 90% of the people who watch these videos are not my subscribers, so we have to change that. And that's it, guys. I just want to say, stay curious and I'll catch you on the flip side.